Yo, guys, oh my god, I don't even have my lights on. How unprepared am I? There we go. One light. Two lights. All of the lights. Kanye West, what's up, boys? Chad, what's the story? How's everyone doing? Wednesday evening. And we're gonna do some bit more training tonight, guys. For you guys. Kind of incorporate all of the learning stuff that we've been kind of doing, so. Tonight we're on VDC Misano, a track that I dislike very much. So let's see, can we improve my ability on it? Let's hope we can help you guys on it too. What's up, Alexander, Emil? Welcome, guys. Who else have we? We've got Dolman. What's happening, my man? It's a story, Charlie. I hope you guys doing good. Thank you so much for joining the stream, guys. I'm gonna put up a little post on my Instagram to try and like promote it as much as I can, you know. I need to start wearing a hat again, by the way, because my hair is getting ridiculous. But country's starting to open up now here in Ireland, so hopefully we get a haircut soon. Okay, so I'm going to put a little Instagram post up. So chat, what's the story? How is everyone doing? Hopefully this week has been going good for you. Looking forward to the weekend already, so I am. What's up, Keen? How you doing, man? I'm doing good, dude. Thank you so much. Oh, Keen's asking me how we're getting on. I'm doing good, Keens. I hope you're doing good as well, Keen and Keen. Doing really good. That's awesome to hear, Dolman. Right, 1 second, guys. Self-promotion here. By the way, server is up! Exclamation point. Server, if you want to join us. Get in some of those competition VDC cars. I might drive that JZX 100 again, the Mark II. It's been a week since I've actually driven on the sim. So yeah, we'll get started here shortly, folks. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh. Made James Dean's new RDS delivery in Carrick's. Took you 6 hours. Oh man, I bet it looks awesome though. Do you have a bash car? No, I don't. Like in real life? Is that what you mean in FG? Okay, here we go. Right. What's a good starting wheel for AC? So turbo, good question. So you have two options. You know, if you're trying to do it on a budget, that is. I would recommend, if you have the money, you know, and if you have the if you have the money and you're in for this for the long run, pick up the Thrustmaster T300. It's a little bit more expensive, probably maybe 100, 200 more than, let's say, Logitech, which is the base wheel, or the base kind of entry level wheel. But it will definitely last you much longer in terms of your ability. Yeah, so that's what I would recommend. Obviously, if you don't have that kind of money, pick up a Logitech. They're a great wheel, but you'll require more of you as a driver to be able to drift as good with people with the better gear. It's probably the only time where spending more money on sim gear makes you a better drifter. That's not to say that someone with Logitech can't do quite well, but you know, you pay for what you get, basically. Alright, okay. Let's hop into the server, folks. Let's get doing some driving. Okay, what's the chat up to? Beans, what's happening, dude? How you doing, Maniac? Okay, I wanted to check two things quickly. Alrighty. Alrighty. By the way, chat, I hope you had a good week so far. I'm actually looking forward to the weekend. You know, just one of those things. Right. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna join in the Mark II JZX 100 because you know, I was kind of getting some good runs in with it last week. By the way, guys, I need some thoughts on what we should do on Friday. Don't know, should we do let's try drift again like we've been doing in past weeks. Switch to this camera. Is everything all set? I think we're good. Pedal cam. It's like the first time ever none of my cameras have like not been messed up. Gotta put on our protection gloves. You're gonna have a look at it. Yeah, do Turbo. I mean, the thing is, if you've experience with sim drifting already, or like drifting in video games already, whether it be, you know, Forza or whatever, just get the T300. It's worth the money. Obviously, it's a little bit more expensive than that at Logitech, so just figure out what you kind of want to do, you know? Figure out what kind of money you want to spend. What's up, Finn? How you doing, my man? I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well as well. Right, okay. Are we good? Okay, we are in. Let's load up a car setup. We'll do a few runs on this track, guys, just to get the kind of the blood flowing. That's my bad attempt at the car setup name. And then, oh my god, what is this? None of my stuff is set up. Turn on the dash. No, that's the wrong dash. That's the one. You don't need that one. We need that guy. Tires. We turn on the chat in the bottom left. We turn on our pedals. And we're third person apparently. No, we're not. We're going to be cockpit. Every time I have loads of A-level you stream. Well, my streaming schedule is Wednesday and every second Friday right now. So that's kind of the that's kind of where we're at, you know. So I'm sorry for interrupting your A-levels. Be responsible and just watch drifting. No, I don't. Do your work. Yeah, what's up, Dirks? How you doing, man? T300 generally ranges between like 350 and like 450 euros. Oh my god. Not doing great driving right now. Oh, long boy. We'll just do a few runs here to get warmed up and then we'll have a look from the top. Alrighty, okay, into the inner clipping points here, downshift. Transition to the other zone here. Okay, not a bad run. Not a bad run. We'll take that. We'll take that. I'm doing good, Dirks. Thank you so much for asking. Logitech 540 degrees is better than DD, not gonna lie. I don't know how you can come up with that statement, ML, to be honest, man. I don't think there's a steering degree that is better. Like, just because, you know, a Logitech of 540 degrees is about as good as a DD wheel at 900 degrees, if that makes sense. Same speed. It's all personal preference. The wheel and stuff and a handbrake. With the money for the PC you're going to be building. Oh, nice one, Keen. That's exciting, dude. Looking forward to seeing you on the PC, my man. Guys, how's the audio and frame rates? Are they okay? Bit of understeer. Oh, tapping walls. All good, Harry. Thanks for joining me, man. We'll see you in a bit. Stream looks good here. Awesome, that's good to hear. That's sweet. Okay, good. I might have to back out and drop my graphics, so I have it turned up a bit too high right now. Crazy, too hot with the follow. Thank you, Crazy. I don't know what keeps disconnecting. I don't know. Can you guys hear my stuff disconnecting or reconnecting? But if something keeps disconnecting and reconnecting all the freaking time. I don't know what the hell it is. Is it my button box? Oh, it is. It's my button box. What's going on with my button box? Hang on, let's figure that out. Yeah, it's the button box. Acting up. What the hell is going on with this thing? You can hear it. I don't know why it keeps disconnecting. No, it's not working now. I know. Let's back out quickly and let's get that fixed quickly. That's kind of annoying. The button box is doing that. Unusual. Disappointing. I don't think it's the USB hub. I think it's actually the US. I'm not sure. Okay, I need to back off my graphics a tad. What's up, Alan? Adam Vels. Okay, I'm going to turn on my graphics quickly, chat, and then we'll get back going again. So, what's second rundu? Go to FPS here, custom shaders patch. We'll change that down to my preset. FPS comp. Okay, that should turn it all down a bit. Okay, so next up is let's see if my button box is working now again. It's so annoying. It's only started doing that today where it keeps disconnecting and reconnecting. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, it's working now, so it should be okay. Okay, if I don't, as long as I don't hit it, it should be okay. What's up, Johan? How's S14 doing? Dude, a lot of parts arriving. Mostly parts at the moment. Lots of parts. We'll be working again on Evo 1, the current car, shortly or soon enough. I have a day booked next month or in July. Start of July, so end of, I suppose, next month, so end of June. Start of July. That makes no sense whatsoever. So we'll be working that car soon. Getting that one up to date. Getting it freshened up. What's up, Fluffy Henry? NFT what button box do I use? I think I got it for Christmas from Alana on and it was from eBay. I can't remember the name of it right now. But I have it stuck on with some Velcro onto the rig. What's up, bro? Any pony? How you doing, Ron? Bing bong. What game is this? This is a set of Corsair. Alrighty, chat. Right, let's do a few more runs. Let's do a few more runs. Is this working? Yes, it's working. Okay, sweet. Let's do a few more runs here, and then we'll have a look at this track load and give you guys a few tips. Not a bad little run, guys. Running walls with the big, long JZX100. Try and get a chase run in. Ash Toast with the follow. Thank you, Ash. Okay, not chasing that guy. You know, he's said nope. Is people seriously not going to lead me? Are we? Okay, let's try and get a chase run in. What's up, Nicholas? I just want one chase run. Well, it's been a while since I've actually done a chase run. Okay, could be better. Right, so let's have a look at this from the outside, guys, because Misano, this track for VDC, is really tricky. Let's go back to... I don't know, we'll stay in this camera. I don't think people are going to crash into us. They better not. Oh my god, that's loud. Lord, can I please move around? Let's turn down my audio here so that it's not killing us. Okay, that's better. Okay, here we go. How do I do this? Okay, there we go. That's better. Alright, so we all know the start line, right, chat? How to stop side grip, lower PSI. How to stop side grip. It wouldn't be anything to do with the tire pressures per se. I would say with side grip, try anti-roll bar in the rear, or mess with your rear camber. When you're not streaming and don't have a comp, do you play AC? No, Emil, I do not. The only time I generally play Assetto Corsa is when I'm preparing for competitions or making content. I very rarely play it like for, I suppose, fun. Okay, right chat, right, so here we go. This is Misano. We had this in VDC for round 5, I think it was? Round 5 or 6, I think. Italian race circuit, quite known for GT3 racing and stuff. But we were here for Virtual Drift Championship. And this track, as a competition track, I'm not a fan of it, if I'm honest. I think it's not really a good track, in my opinion. But it is definitely quite technical. It is quite difficult. And, yeah, I don't know. It was just one of those interesting layouts. So as you can see, lead driver is on the left-hand side in our point of view, but it goes through the chicane. Go through the chicane. I generally kind of make my way over to the yellow line here and kind of meet it at it starts. And kind of flick my way in like what Johan and Go Crazy did right there. Yeah, this track is interesting. You don't want to slow down too much in initiation. You really want to be filling this full outer zone with nearly no handbrake. I wasn't using any handbrake when I was doing it, and I found that the most comfortable way of doing it. What's up, Z? How you doing? Down in the track now, be on the server in a sec. Nice one, Finn. Addison. Need advice. Friday's my quality round for first pro spec. Comp on a setup. Never qualified well. What's up, Alan? How to set up a good setup. That's a video in the future, my man. All in due time. Okay. So, this track, guys. By the way, guys, if you're looking for the track, ! Discord. If you want the track, download links. Or, yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. You need advice. Friday's your first comp. Okay, it's kind of hard to know what. It kind of depends on your experience, Addison. You know, if you have a bit more maybe context, it could help you a bit more with that. ! Discord if you want the track link. Okay, right. So on initiation here, I would suggest doing a flick entry. The reason being is you want to spread your how would you say it? You want to spread your line so that you're following this white line here by the curb for as long as possible. Okay? And the reason being is that if you do a straight line entry, you have to do a massive decel to drag your car out wide here, right? Because the line for this part of the track, okay? The line for this part of the track is you put your wheel on the white line into the yellow box here, and you just follow the kind of like the dark rubber line you see here all the way, and you kind of want to get close to this white line that's over here. The problem is though, if you handbrake drag a long time, you lose a lot of speed, and you tend to leave this outside kind of midline super early, which will mess you up for the center clip here. Right, so that's why I suggest running wide there. Go Crazy did it quite well. Johan's a tad wide there. Makes it work though. Let's watch some other people. Let's see what Lizam does. Lizam is way too wide. Robert a little bit in there because he was chasing. That's to be expected. Is this Sean here in S13? Oh, Sean makes a mistake. Who's this? Keane over-rotating a tad on initiation there. Alright, who's next? Who's in the BMW? This is Lizam again, is it? Pretty sure it is. Lizam much better this time. Yes, that's pretty sweet actually. So that's pretty much what you want to do, guys. You kind of want to aim for this white line here. That's a good reference point, I find. Flick initiation would be preferred, just so that you can kind of get your momentum high, keep your speed high. Go crazy, a bit wide. Yeah, he's a bit wide, as you can see, guys. He had to really angle up to try and get the car back in again, which you don't want to do. You want to be smooth with your angle. Johan Roberts. Nice chase one there, guys. Oh, 3-car train. You can't find the track link. Sorry, chat. 1 second. Go into the link trink of VDC. You see the link that Alana posted on that server download links? I just posted it again. That inside that link tree is the VDC tracks. On the server. Misano's inside there. What's up, Rowan Pony? How you doing, Rowan? Rowan. What's up, Ranso? How you doing, my man? Okay, right, chat. Okay, so we kind of get an idea about that, right, chat? So, oh, whoa, mouse, what you doing? So, fill the outside zone here, flick before the line, try not to decel too much, try not to use any handbrake, guys. You don't really need to do it. Use it if you need to stabilize the car after the flick, but you don't really need it initially. Aim for this white corner of the line. One wheel is all you need to put over it. If you put any more than that, you're running a bit too wide. Okay, this next inner clip is really dependent. Actually, Robert gets it quite nicely there. But this inner clip is really dependent on your approach from this first outside zone through this white little box here and into the inner clip here. So a little bit tight. Has to cut the corner a bit too much. Had to center punch it. Ryan looking pretty sweet there. Maybe a little wide here. So let's see what guys are doing here. Okay. So you can see this kind of a proof in the pudding here. So if you're not wide on this little white reference point, right? This is nothing, you know, this is only a reference point really. If you're not wide out by there, if you're in the middle of the track, you'll run wide here, right? Because, you know, if you look at it, you know, your arc is taking you kind of like this, right? It's taking you this line. But if you run wide, like this RX-7 is here, look, it kind of sends you in a better direction. Now, he was a bit wide here. Right? So, was this is probably Johan in the Supra. Yeah, see, look, Johan did it nicely there. And wasn't as wide. Now, of course, you don't want to be too wide on this white reference point, because then it sends you super tight here. Can you see, guys? You guys can see my mouse? Alrighty, so, oh nice, who's that in the RX-7? That's Drift Maniac, that was quite nice. So you can kind of see the approach you need to take there, right? Right, chat? So when you do that nicely, it sets you up. If you do it right, you should be able to transition in here without much hesitation or decel or anything like that. You should just be able to transition and almost power straight away. Now there is a decel for this area, alright. So, you know, don't be afraid to use a bit of handbrake to stabilize yourself. I do have to use the handbrake there in the S15. And the reason being was that I felt like the car would over-rotate too much and run wide. And so because of that, I'd lose speed. I would slow down after the decel zone, which is not what the judges wanted. So I deceled in the decel zone with the better handbrake. And it stabilized the car and it got onto the power nice and early. CSAC Milan with the follow. Thank you, CSAC. Welcome to the channel. Rowan Pony with the follow. Hello, Ronan. Hi, Rowan. I keep calling you Ronan. I don't know why. Rowan. Right, okay. So that's the outer clip here. Just fill it. Leave it kind of a bit early so that you can kind of get into this inner clip here. Robert in the GTR doing a really nice job of that, actually. Yeah, really nice job there from Robert. I didn't actually catch Lizam's run, who's gone into the wall. Radio. So that's next. Right, so Maniac here in the RX-7. Little flutter there for the angle. So you can kind of see you know, if you kind of get this area pretty well, it sets you up nicely for the rest of the track. And that's the thing, it's important to get the first clipping points into the second clipping points here correct, because it sets you up for almost the rest of the track, right? And that's what I would recommend to concentrate. A lot of competition tracks nowadays, even like let's say Long Beach or Road Atlanta, your end performance of the run hugely depends on the start of the run. So if you don't get the start of it done right, you won't be really able to get the end of it right either. Where can you get the track link? So if you're you're on Facebook right now, Devon. So if you head on over to Facebook, well, what the hell? Is there a helicopter or something? There's a shadow on the ground. Look at the helicopter. Sky Sports. This is Formula 1. Alrighty. Procrastinating distractions. So yeah, oh yeah, so if you're on Facebook right now, if you head on over to YouTube or Twitch, you can do a command !Discord in the chat, and then from there you can go into you can get into the server download links from there into Discord. Or if you're already in the Discord, just head over to the server Discord server download links, and you can get the tracks from there. So yeah, like I said, if you get the first corner right, you get a nice transition here. It sets you up nicely for this, you know, outside to inside, outside line. Now I would recommend, guys, being careful with your angle. You don't want to carry too much angle and go too wide after the zone. You want to leave the zone super early. Let's watch some people here. Let's kind of compare and show you what I mean. So let's run up wide. So Sean leaves it nice and early, and he gets onto the next transition early. Robert just about does it right. Yeah, he does it quite nicely as well. Let's see if someone runs too wide. The problem is if you run too wide after the zone, you leave a transition super late, and by that point you're in the wall. So the earlier you do this zone, the earlier you leave this zone and do your transition, the more time you have to prepare for this last long wall. I use F7 command, which allows me to fly around and do some drone stuff. Alright, who's next? We've got Sean in the Supra. Oh, he's a bit tight there in the clip, yeah, he noticed that. Got Maniac in the Arc 7, out towards the wall, out towards the clipping point. Yeah, that's quite decent actually. Who else have we got? Lots of cars, oh my god. Look at all the cars. Whoa. Yeah, so you can kind of see, leaving that zone, getting to it nice and early. You can kind of do that with that inner clip. You can kind of get out to it. As you can see, some of the lines are kind of reaching it a bit early, and that's fine, guys. Don't worry about that. You really want to make sure your transition into the final zone here is maximizing the wall runnage that you can do. And the thing is, if you get, you know, if you find that by the end of the wall here you're actually hitting it, it's probably because you're leaving your transition too late. And it's forcing you to kind of come in at this line like here, and you're hitting the wall. So the earlier you do your transition, the more of a straight line you can get out of the corner, and less likely you have to put a wheel on the curb. So that last line is super important to not hit the wall at the very, very end here. When does Driftmaster start? I don't have any idea. I have no idea. I think it's starting in a month or two time. I'm not sure exactly. Okay, so let's watch some people's runs. Johan, a bit late on that transition. Drift Maniac, a bit nice on that transition. He probably got a bit scared there by the looks of it. Robert looking pretty good as well. Alright, who's next? Oh, Scabba. Whoa, that was sketchy. Who's next? Who's this? An S15? Bit late on the transition there, Dan. Got away with it lucky though. Is this Johan? Bit wide on the inner clip. Transitions, good timing onto the wall, looks pretty good. Could have been a bit wider on that clip there. Drift Maniac. Maybe carrying a bit too much angle that transition. It's forcing him in, as you can see. Like I said, if you leave this zone a bit earlier and power through the angle and not carry big angle to big angle, kind of power through the transition, it gets you onto that wall a little earlier so that you can just follow the line to the end. Dum da da dum dum ba ba dum. What's up, Nubis? Map gear. I'm not. What do you mean by that, Barra? What do you mean by that, man? Right. Oh, Autoholic. In the middle of the track. Rick. Who is this next? Nubis. Right, chat, let's do a few runs. Let's try and see. Let's put a bit of proof to the pudding of my mentality. Damien. Oh, Damien looking quite good. Oh, that was quite nice, Damien. Oh, a little too wide on the transition there. Lizam dirt dropping wheels. Ah, Lizam has it nailed there in the white BMW. Makes it super easy for the chase driver. Got Dan here and Drift Maniac. Oh, yeah, dude, this track is some pretty gnarly transitions. Frame rate's not the greatest right now. What gear should you run? It all depends on your gearing. Like, I'm using 5th gear, but some other people are probably using 3rd gear. Leather wheel? No, this is a suede steering wheel. It's just been used so much that it's, yeah, not the greatest. So yeah, you'd probably want to use like 236 kilometers. That depends on, you know, like I can change this so that I'm using 4th gear instead of 5th if I really want. Wow. Right. Frame rates are getting quite bad. Down, 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 down. Oh, pit button broke. All good, my man. Don't worry about it. It happens. My pit button wasn't working earlier. Okay, I'm just gonna disable. Okay, here we go. Let's do a few runs. Let's prove on my mentality. Let's turn up the audio. Got a few GTRs, we got a few Supras, got a few S chassis. Run it towards the white line there. Handbrake the transition a tiny bit. Get into the inner clip here. What's the outer clip? Transition early so that you're not running too wide. Ah! Damn it! Walls. Thoughts of mouse steering? It's quite cool. I've never used it though. I've never tried it. I've tried to use it. Could never get it to work. Then again, I never spent long enough to be honest. Oh, this thing is so slow. This Mark II is super slow. Do you feel that suede or leather feels better, or is it kind of personal preference? I like suede because it just feels better with the gloves. Exclamation point serve if you want to join, Andre. Or a clip here. Remember, right? The ECU link dashboard will release, right? Because it looks sick. Yes, Linus, it will be released in the future, my man. I haven't had time to put more time into it recently, so but we will get it out. Maybe running a little wide. Not a bad lead run, guys. Pretty happy with that. Right, let's see if we can keep with the GTR. GTR is probably one of the fastest cars in drift. Especially in this area right here. Yeah, I just struggle with a bit of forward grip. Like this Mark II JZX100 is just a little slow in picking up with initial grip. You have to be kind of like on top of it. Oh, we're gonna hit it? No, we're not. Okay, Mark II, safe. Whew. We'll do another chase run, right? Let's chase Jordan, the Supra. Let's go. Oh, I thought I could transition behind the Supra. Supra's a small car, so it was like, it should be easy. Not like I'm chasing a Mark II or something. Okay, here we go. Another lead run. Run wide out towards the white line. Yes, we do. Into the inner clipping point. Oh, tapping walls! Ah! Scary. Dude, those walls are scary. Walls are scary even in a set of Corsair, man. They're even scarier in the Cero, to be honest. How do you make these aggressive transitions? It's a little bit of a car setup, but I think the direct drive helps with that a lot, and having good force feedback settings. Like, I find that like having a really good steering wheel makes up for like 30, maybe 40% of the car setup now. Like before, I find that I had to do a lot more work with the car setup to get the car to handle good. But with this steering wheel, it feels like it kind of does its job. Oh, running wide. Ah! Two big boys crashing into each other. G920 for the win. Yeah, man, the Logitech is perfectly fine, you know. It's just it just requires a good driver to make them work. Like Victor Alvarez, the VDC driver, he used one for quite a while and did pretty well with it. And then switched over to the Thrustmaster, and that's what he's running right now. Like, to be honest, the direct drive for drifting is a tad overkill, you know? Like, you don't really need it. It's a bit like having 1500 horsepower in the real world, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nice to have 1500 horsepower. You don't really need it, but it's like a nice thing. And it doesn't make you better, doesn't really make you any faster in terms of drifting, because, you know, drifting's not 100% about power at that point anyway. So, yeah. One thing I like with the direct drives, right? First of all, it looks quite neat. You know what I'm saying? You got the wheelbase sitting there, nice and clean. No, it's not really big. You've got like a steering shaft that sticks up, and it looks like a race car, right? There's no fans, so it doesn't get loud. It is quite noisy with the motor. Like, people in the house can hear me use it, especially people downstairs. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just nice. I'm kind of interested to see what Fanatec do with that CSL 0.5 or whatever they're calling it. Trying to have a fun time drifting with mates on the setup, but my neck effects isn't working. Any fix? Yo Juicy, what's up? Make sure that your rendering is on single screen in video settings. And make sure it's not on like VR or something like that. Pretty sure that was one of the fixes that someone found. What's up, Andrew? How are you doing? How do I sign quick switch back for pits? Because I hate to mess up. Oh, I think it's, what's that under, guys? System? I think it's under a set of Corsair control system if you've content manager. Or is it button? Oh, that was actually a nice chase run in this thing. In this big boat of a car. Have I seen the new Fanatec? DD Fanatec? I have. I'm kind of intrigued to see what it's going to be like. We'll have to wait and see. Sean, yeah, I'll change it soon. We'll see. Your notification didn't go off? Really? What is needed to compete in DCGP? Is there a license required? Maniac? No, there isn't a license. All you gotta do is just pay for the entry fee and just be one of the first people to do it so you have your slot. Now, chasing is actually quite tricky on this track. Maybe we should do a little tutorial on chasing on this track. Dude, this Mark II is actually not doing too bad. It just requires a bit of thinking ahead when it comes to chasing people. I'm doing good, Sarah. How are you doing? Will I participate in any championship in the real? Hopefully this year, yeah. We'll try and do some events. Last year in 2020 I was out in Oman in the Middle East. And that was just before COVID happened. Missed your stream from the start? Oh no. It's alright. Don't worry about it. Oh, its car's a bit weird on the rear. You're doing good. That's awesome to hear, Sarah. First time that I missed your stream from the start. Oh, really? Well, that sucks. Oh, a bit too wide there. Too much angle in that transition. Oh, fuck. This car has no side grip. Oh, do you think this Mark II could benefit with slightly more power? Maybe. Hang on, what's my boost at? I mean, I have it set to 70% boost right now, so that's probably not helping my situation. I think this car just could do with a bit more, a different style, like, setup on rear traction, or like rear geometry, in my opinion. I think that's what it needs. Because I've tried a lot of things to try and make it a bit better, and it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't really have the forward bite that you would expect. I might just try this and see if that helps any bit. You know you're dedicated with a stream when you're playing AC and watching the stream at the same time. That's awesome, thank you, you TJ. TJ. DCGP is on tonight, guys, isn't it? Bit late in the transition, guys. You could see when I transitioned late there, I had to do a big decel because I was going to go into the wall. How many FFP percentage? I think like 80%. Oh, oh, that got sketchy quickly. Watching and driving, getting input and learning while having fun. That's awesome, Johan. It was tonight. Carpatch, who won? I saw they were. I was getting like, you know, I opened up this card for the first time today. And I had like 20 notifications from the, you know, the quali bracket and the top 48. Oh! Oh, artist in the Corvette. Oh, David Lipiak. Oh, I was reading chat there and went all over the place. Oh, that's awesome for David. David. He's part. What team is he part of again? Is it Yellow Speed or is that a different team? I'm thinking of a different team probably. Dude, that Carpatch track, right? It's super tricky. Seems like they made some improvements to it though by running outside lines and stuff, so they make it a bit easier for the chase driver, which is nice. Is Capybara in the stream? If he's in the stream, can you please move your car? Let's not cause any issues for chase drivers and stuff. Oh, tapping the wall. Nah, man, it can affect the chase driver. Or shifter. I have a Thrustmaster TH8 RS or TH8A, whatever you want to call it, and I've got a Ricmotech sequential shift knob and shifter plate. So it's got a sequential upgrade. You might be able to hear the clicking of it. It's actually got a really nice sequential feel to it. I actually have another plate as well. I bought this plate like a couple of months ago. Can you guys see it? And it's like it's supposed to be replicate like a 4-speed like NASCAR gearbox. As you can see, look, the gates are separated. So I have that as well. I've been meaning to try that out. Well, we'll probably do that in the video in the future actually. And I have for the TH8 RS, I have one of those shifting upgrades, you know, that kind of improves the feel. And I've yet to install that as well. I've just haven't had the time, to be honest. Right, who's beside us? I didn't even pay attention. Oh, Dan is in an S15, not in a GT86 or BMW. Ah! Transition too hard. Can we see the? Can we kick the dude in the red S13? Yeah, Capybara, can you please get off the track, man? It is kind of a distracting. If you want to park on the side of the track, just park into the grass. Just don't park on the actual asphalts. I think that's understandable, right? Okay. Oh my god, there's so many cars in here. How many people are in here right now? Got quite a few, don't we? Oh! Okay. Right, here we go. Yes, here we go. Dude, once you have a setup on this car, like, if you remember last week, guys, we spent a lot of time on the setup for this car, and it is 100% better. Like, back then, yeah, it wasn't that fun, but it's definitely much better now. What car am I in? I am in the JSX100 Mark II with my monster truck ride height. I want to do a chase run. Who can I chase? Hey, hey. Play my favorite song. Monster Cat, man. Okay, let's do another lead run here. Through the chicane as quickly as possible. Get as much speed. Second, third, fourth. Flick it in. Clutch kick. Put a wheel on the white line here. Nice. This car is fun. It's just a little tricky. Just because the reason why it's a little tricky is because the front of it. How do I say this? No, actually, we'll keep that high. It's just not wanting to kind of go forward. If you put the car on big angle, the car just wants to sit there. You know, it's kind of got that no vibe of just trying to excel out. Let's just reduce the toe on the front and we'll see, does that make it any better. I can find forward push in the chaser. You can't find... Oh, I get what you're saying. No, I can't find it either. I think it's just the geometry of the rear, really. Tommy, if you do exclamation point server in the chat right there, you should be able to get a link directly to the server. Like, this car runs better at like lower angle. If you go big angle, like if you try to carry big massive angle, like I don't know, like what I would do in the S15, the car just doesn't kind of go anywhere. There's no balance. Okay, we're step back. We got tapped in the rear bumper there. Big long boy gets tapped. Right, here we go. Towards the white line here again, inner clip. Oh! So yeah, line's pretty good there now, guys. Okay, let's kind of talk over the line. Let's talk over this time from the driver's perspective. So flick, I do no handbrake there, but left foot brake to stabilize the car. Pop a wheel into the white box there. Don't run too wide on the clip here. Little handbrake drag to the transition to stabilize the car. Leave that zone early. Transition this zone early so that you can kind of just like commit to your line and not have to change your arc. Yeah, Tommy, if you do exclamation point server in the Twitch chat, it'll give you the password. Or if you're in the Discord already, you can get the password from there as well. Whoa, whoa, got sketchy. Thanks, Dirks. Nice lead runs, by the way. I was carrying a bit too much angle on the transition there, if I'm honest. Go to sleep now, have work on a race car tomorrow. All good, Dirks. See you another time, man. How to play with my S15? It's not released yet, but if you want to drive something similar to it, the VDC S15, the public one, is actually the exact same car. It's just a different engine. So yeah, the public pack S15 is basically the Project Academy S15 that I drive. Just looks different, and it's got a different engine. That's the only change, really. I had to use the handbrake there because I kind of messed up the approach. Alright, let's chase Robert here again in the GTR. The GTR is so fast, especially after the first transition. Oh, it was like tandem dancing into the wall. Nothing's gonna stop me. Oops, oops, oh shit. Give a bit of room to the guys in front. Oh, that hurts. Changed the setup, saved, but it made it worse. Can't remember what it was. I'll share my setup there of the Mark II in it shortly. The Mark II GTX970, it's a different type of setup. Like you kind of have to approach it differently to, like, let's say the BMW or the S15 or any of the S chassis, to be honest. Do. Let's try more negative camber. Anyway, I'm just trying some things. So I'm running gears 3.5, 32 psi for tires, 10 liters of fuel. I suppose as Twitch you can't really pause this. I'm running 70% turbo. My alignment is negative 4.9 camber, negative 40 toe. Rear toe is negative 119. There are my dampers: 12, 11, 8, 6, 0, 4, 26, 18. Differential. And ride height is 390 on the front, 600 on the rear. So yeah, bits and pieces there. Do. Actually, that felt pretty good. With that much negative camber on the rear. It felt really stable. It wasn't trying to kill me all the time. What do you control while you're braking mid-drift? Mid-drift... So, I generally, by mid-drift, ideally you'd want to be full gas, right? You want to be full gas, and, you know, you don't want to be kind of having to make any correction to steering, right? So mid-drift here, I'm full gas, but any tweaking I need to make, I use the foot brake, right? I use left foot braking. Because you don't want to handbrake in the middle of the corner. When you say like mid-drift, slowing down to avoid spin. Slowing down to avoid a spin. See, I'm not really sure why you'd be braking middle. Okay, when you talk mid drift, I think you're generically speaking about drifting. Oh. So like when you're in mid drift, okay, there's like different parts of the drift, right? There's like the start of it, the middle of it, and the end of it. When you're braking, you generally only be braking at the start, or like at the start of the corner, right? Or the start of it. You don't want to be braking in the middle of it or the end of it. I can't really think of a situation you'd be braking in the middle of the corner or at the end of the corner, because, you know, just like if you were racing, you brake at the start of the corner and then you want to be full gas by the end of it, right? So if you're having to decel, or if you're having to brake, the best way to do it is to try and use angle if possible, so that you're not having to use a lot of handbrake or foot brake. But you have to be careful with angle too. You don't want to like do a backwards entry, because that's not good either for the chase driver. Now it's different if you're just drifting by yourself. You know, do backwards entries if you want, but you won't be allowed that in competition if you're doing stuff. So yeah, best way to do it is to try and use angle if possible. But if you find that quite difficult, try initiating a little earlier, or try and set yourself up for that corner earlier, so that you're not having to decel in the middle of the corner or the end of it, or falling off it. Oh, it's sort of Corsair chat is taking up. What's going on here? Right. Gotta head off. All good, Keen. All the best. And think of getting a new wheel for sim drifting. At the moment, you have a G29. I was wondering if you should buy TMX. It was the same as G29. I should go T300 straight away. The TMX guy. TMX is the better one, I'm pretty sure, of the TX. So you got the TMX or the T300. They're both pretty much the same. The T300 is probably the safer option, because you do have the option to go 1080 degrees if you ever want to. Even though it's kind of like a pointless feature of that steering wheel. Let's try a different car, chat. What should we drive? Oh, the TMX is the below one. Dude, I get so confused between the TMX and TX. I misunderstood at first. Thought you meant brake mid-slide. You do it at the start while giving the angle also. Yeah, we see this track is unusual because you don't actually have to use the handbrake at all. In fact, if you don't want to, like if you just want to just do the track, you don't even have to use the handbrake half the time. So like on initiation, I'm flicking in and not using the handbrake. That's just because that's how that corner works, right? So what I do there is when I flick it in, I'm committing it to angle to try and slow me down, and then using the gas. And you don't really need to slow down for that corner because you need the momentum. You don't want to be slowing down. But after that first transition, I do use the handbrake there, and I use that just to stabilize the car, to try and, you know, stop the car from falling off the track, slow down just enough so that I can hit the gas straight away and power through that inner clipping point. So, mind you, that Mark II, by the way, is a little weird just because of its rear geometry, where, yeah, it's just a little bit different in how it handles, so you have to have a slightly different style car setup. Drift V8 sucks laggy, but okay, and that's a nice, interesting name for a car setup, isn't it? Okay, we'll up the tow, because I'm pretty sure I run a bit more tow on that on the S chassis. And we want about 5. I'd like to, whenever I drive a VDC car pack, it feels weird. It snaps back to the other direction, unlike other car packs. So, I mean, you're going to have to do a lot more throttle modulation with the VDC cars. You want to be steering the car with the gas. The problem is the Logitech doesn't have enough rotation speed to keep up with that kind of driving style. And so because of that, you're probably better off maybe reducing the steering rotation just to make it a bit easier. Reduce it down to like 720 or 540, back off the force feedback. If you want to run the cars at 900 degrees, up the force feedback of the Logitech, just so that, you know, you're making, you know, you're kind of powering the wheel at its most. Because it's a low Newton meter wheel, so you want to maximize all of the power it does have. Make sure you have a LUT for a steering wheel. Make sure you do a custom one. Don't download one off the internet. Do a custom one for your steering wheel. Have the correct force feedback settings, and it'll make it a bit easier. But if you're right, it's by no means perfect. You hate like the rattle and weird shake of the G29, and would like a better wheel and have a small wallet. So should I go TMX or stay for the T300? I'd say go with the T300. The TMX is not that much better than the G29 or G920, but you can do some bearings. You can do some like modifications to the TMX to make it a bit better. But I mean, I know I would nearly say save up for the extra $200 or $300 and just get the T300. Drive the Agent Machado S15. I don't have that car, not anymore anyway. But in G29, 720 FB clip works well for VDC cars. I would say I don't know why people use the FB clip. I've never personally liked it. It always did weird stuff for the stuff that I have, and so I've always just set it up manually. I think you get a better feeling at the end. Obviously, setting it up is quite difficult at the start, so I can understand why people might want to use it. Okay, let's just drive it. Right, first run in this car. Oh my god, this car is so loud. Oh, this car is so much more grippier on angle than the Mark II. It's actually faster even. It's mad. Just the difference. That's why I love VDC, guys, because every car has its own characteristics, right? There's no other car pack that does that in AC, really. There's maybe a few, but every car has its own characteristics. Like Jordan in the Super in front of us, that car is super fast mid-corner and is a bit snappy on transition. But this S13 is a great all-rounder. The Mark II JZX100 I was driving is super slow, but it's pretty nice to drive. Oh, I just tapped him in the rear bumper. Little tap on the bus. Yeah, no, it's always going to be uncomfortable with the VDC cars I've made. Like, VDC cars are the hardest cars to pick up. So it's quite normal for people to not like them, you know? It's quite normal. But I would say people do end up, after they spend a lot of time with the sim, end up picking up the cars. Because they kind of realize, you know, they are quite fun to drive and they are a challenge, and people do like that challenge. What do you think about Slyboy's car pack? Slyboys I personally don't like. Fun cars to use, but they don't really handle like a real car should. The VDC cars are very snappy, but that's literally how cars are in real life. They are transition quite quickly. The Slyboys car pack, for me, they're quite numb. They're slow to respond to steering input. So if I make a correction, it feels like it's doing it in slow motion. And the transitions of the cars are really slow. The other problem I have with them is that they all drive the same. So like the Mark II or like the JZX100 drives exactly the same as the S13, and the RX-7 drives the same. But that shouldn't be the case. So that's why I don't like Slyboys. I just prefer the kind of... I just prefer cars that have more characteristics. So if I drive the S13, it should handle differently to that of a GT86. And it should handle differently to C6 Corvette or Mark II JZX100. I just feel like the Slyboys, Tandem Buddies, the older ADC cars, they don't do that because they just copy and paste the physics onto all of the cars and run high inertias, which makes them feel very numb and very, I suppose, all the same, which I personally don't enjoy as a driver, but I can understand why that's a thing. It just makes people closer to the drift. It's essentially, with tandem bodies or slide boys, you're essentially driving an RC car that everyone has the same, with just a different body on top. That's all it is. So, in terms of being even and driving, you know, having fun with your friends with the same cars, it's fun, but I find it gets boring quite quickly. Oh. What feels like real cars? I mean, if you're starting off, especially with Logitech, DWG is quite a good one. And the other one is WDTS. They're both kind of street cars, similar to that of Slyboys. And I find them quite good, that are kind of more in the realistic mindset, that have the different feeling between all the different cars. And if you want to do competition stuff, if you wanted something like competition style cars that are more like Slyboys, you could try DCGP or EDC. They're quite similar to that, quite slower transitioning cars, a bit more progressive. But if you want pure raw difficulty, VDC is the toughest, it's the hardest, and probably the most realistic. Is it hard to make servers on AC? On AC? No, not really. You just need to do some Googling. I have a server host, so I just rent a server off them, and then I just upload my stuff to it when I create a server, and it's always live. You can make one from your personal PC too, but that's a little bit more difficult. Or is it? Actually, I'm not sure. A little run. What's up, Tig? How you doing, man? What about the stock Acero drift cars? Dude, it's been years since I've driven them. The E30 was probably the most enjoyable car. With the Acero Corsa cars, I personally prefer the street tires. The street 90s are just a little bit too little grip for me. Yeah, the street tires are grippier, and I get a bit more feel from them, and it is a bit realistic. Don't look at chat. Oh my god. I hate that track because you beat me, and hate you too. Hey, don't look at track when me is typing. Sad face. Okay, Augusto, I'm ignoring chat now just for you. So when are you next typing? Dennis Zevrin with the follow. How dare you? I hope you're doing good, Augusto. Oh, we're getting left. Oh. Whoa. Yeah, that's the thing with that last transition. It's very easy to take someone out. Is this car super loud, or is it just me, guys? Augusto with the resub. 5 months, holy shit. Augusto, Kappa. And Ted Bundy as well with the tier 1 for 4 months. Thank you, Ted. Holy shit, thank you. 2 subs in a row, Jesus. There's gonna be a fight in chat between Augusto and Ted. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it with the subs. Thank you, guys. Saba. Safe, safe, safe. Bought a G29 2 months ago. Still have a 2 years of warranty. Should I wheel swap it or should I sell it? Buy the T300 RS. Okay, so generally with the wheel swaps, like swapping a wheel onto it, for the higher end steering wheels, it's actually a benefit. But with the Logitech, I'm not really sure is it worth doing. Yes, it will avoid your warranty, which would suck. But that will happen anyway for most, like Thrustmaster and stuff like that. But with Logitech, just because of its lack of power, it might actually hinder the steering wheel instead of like enhancing it. Now it might make it a bit smoother to steer though, so I don't know, if you can do it without really like affecting the modification of the wheel, like without like chopping it up, it might be worth trying, but I don't know, will it have the power to push the extra weight of the steering wheel? Oh, got another sub. Who's after the sub here? Alex Murphy with the Prime sub. Thank you, Alex. Welcome to the channel, my man. Thank you for the Prime. Legend. What's up, Besson? How you doing, my man? Thank you so much, Alex, for that sub. Appreciate it, dude. You just for the G29. And you actually find the Link ECU cars to be really nice. Oh, that's good to hear. I haven't actually driven the Link cars. I've yet to try them. What else have we got? Oh, Besson with the follow. Thank you, Besson. What's up, Iceland? How you doing, man? I'm doing good. How are you? Oh, that's good to hear, Ahmed. So that's a good piece of advice. Thank you for that one, Ahmed. So yeah, wheel swapping the Logitech, not really worth it, it seems like. Hope to see you drifting in Mandela again someday soon. Yes, I have booked a Drift Games Day in July, so hopefully we can make that. We'll be in the current car or the old car, but yeah, we've got a bit of work to do before we can drive that car there. It reminds me we need to get started on that. Oh. I can say this. What wheel and pedals do I have? So I've got a SiMagic M10 direct drive steering wheel, about 10 Newton meters. I've got 10 Newton meters of torque. I've got this nice 350mm or 330mm steering wheel. Pedals, we got a Fanatec CSR Elites. They're super old school Fanatec pedals. Exclamation, or if you go into the description of the video of the stream, you can actually see all of my gear. So in the about section in Twitch or in the description of YouTube, you can see all of the gear that I have. So, okay, let's read some comments here, guys. I saw the G20 works pretty good with FB. Didn't change much for me. I would say do it. Depends on the weight of the wheel. So yeah, I think for the most cases, so... Sorry guys. Okay. So this right here, this is the original SiMagic steering wheel, right? As you can see, guys, there's a lot of stuff in this, right? There's like, you got the pedals, you've got this little hub, you've got like a button box, I suppose you can call it, and then you got this really kind of like solid steering wheel, right? And I'm not sure what the weight of this is, but it's definitely more than this guy, right? There's definitely a lot more weight. And when I'm using the SiMagic, I have to up the force feedback when using this guy just because of the extra weight. It's slower at rotating because of the weight, because it has to use more power to spin the wheel as fast. Whereas with this guy, I actually turn it down and it spins just as quick as turning this guy up. So less strain on your gear when you have a lighter steering wheel. Sorry, but the problem is with the Logitech, I actually have one there, so I could probably take it out of the box and see. But with the Logitech, Augusto, you're making me conscious. Are you making me conscious? What does my hair look like? Oh yeah. With the Logitech, I think that steering wheel is completely plastic, so it's probably super light and it's super small. Like, it's literally like the size of my hand, the steering wheel, almost, right? I remember when I was using my girlfriend's one, like Alana's one, it was like super tiny. My hands were like almost like touching the other side. I was like able to drive like this almost with my hands like this. So I don't think you can really get much lighter than the Logitech steering wheel. So regardless, you're going to have to up the force feedback, right? Now the thing is, with a bigger steering wheel like this, you actually get a lot more leverage and it smoothens out the feel of it. So with the Logitech, it is quite notchy. If someone, you know, if people have used it before, they are quite a notchy wheel. When you turn it, you feel every gear as it turns because it's gear driven. And so because of that, having the bigger wheel would smoothen that out, so you wouldn't feel as much. But you would definitely have to bump up the force feedback. And at that point, I don't really know if it's worth it. I don't really know if it'll actually gain anything other than making it a little bit smoother. Okay, would you recommend any cheap USB handbrakes reaching for Spacebars 9? Yeah, there's one on Amazon that Alana, my girlfriend Alana, has, and it seems to be quite good. She got that one for like £70, I believe. And you want to upgrade to a Pro steering wheel, which do you recommend for medium or not that high budget? I'd say the T300 RS Admin is probably the best bang for buck, to be honest, in terms of performance and price. You know, if you had a budget of, let's say, $1,000, you get a SiMagic M10 like I have here. You could probably have one in your hands for like maybe $800 or $900, and it's amazing. But you would probably need a nice rig to hold it. Whereas a T300 RS, you can just bolt it to your, or you can just put it onto your desk with a desk mount, and it's got more than enough power to actually win any virtual championship event. So if that's the case, it's good enough for anything drifting. What's up, Brandon? Probably a little bit longer. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. The stock rim on G29 is 500 grams. Really? Okay, so I've checked the weight of the steering wheels. So the T300 RS GT wheel, so you know the Gran Turismo one with the paddles, that is 1100 grams, 1100 grams. I think the Sparco wheel, someone said it to me, is like 1200 grams. You know the Sparco R3A3 Thrustmaster wheel? This guy, so this steering wheel, this big guy with the Thrustmaster 3D printed adapter to go onto the T300 weighed 900 grams. So it was lighter than the T300 RS GT wheel. It was lighter than the Ferrari T300 GTE wheel that I have, the Ferrari one. The Ferrari one's actually the lightest of all of the steering wheels, Thrustmaster steering wheels, I believe. And it was lighter than the Sparco one. I actually have to check what the Sparco one is. I think someone said it to me. I think maybe Andreas said it to me before. I think he has it on his one. I'm gonna hop into server. Nice one, Brandon. Right, chat. Augusto, thank you for liking my hair, by the way. You make me feel conscious about it, though. I know I said that earlier, but you really are. You're making me like, you know, like this, you know, just trying to make sure it's. Ah. What about this hair? Dude, I could do some funky things with my hair. Oh, I left a brake too much. Alana's playing her Switch. What about this hairstyle? Alana does not like me to have this hairstyle. One more 1,000. I will vote to ban Alana. Do 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 do. What do you think, chat? I like this hairstyle. I like this. I'm gonna get this like. If there's a way you can force your hair to always be a certain style. Yeah, do you not like it? It's like a nice V, nice hairline. Now 200% Peter Parker. Actually, he kind of, yeah, I do kind of look like Peter Parker, don't I? Delivering pizza, dude. I like pizza. I could really do with a Domino's right now. Domino's, at Domino's, please sponsor the channel. I would love to have some pizza, like Domino's pizza right now. And their cookies. Oh, the cookies are nice too. What's that? What? Alright, with the hair? You're on the stream now, you know that. Okay.
More my chunks.
Alright, Alana, thank you. What's your back to pits button? I have it on a button box. But if you have a Thrustmaster or something, actually, you know the button on the wheelbase you can have down here. You can press it there as well. But I have mine on the button box up here by this camera. Muh with the follow. Alex Murphy as well with the follow. Yeah, thanks. Oh, second gear, that's not good. You work for Domino's. Paul, I'm super jealous, man. I can't hear you, what's that? No, he works for them, he doesn't sponsor. I mean, if he's a delivery driver, we could just get him to just deliver to us all the time. Yeah, exactly. You don't like this girl touching my hair? Stupid online classes. Things you have to do for a degree. Oh, tell me about it, Captain. Been there, done that, my man. 6 years I did it for. 360, let's go. %100% done on purpose. Oh, we're going into the wall? No, we're not. We're lucky. We did 27, which are old, but I'm good on it now. Oh, that's awesome, Kyan. Do a chase run? Yeah, I need to do a chase run. I haven't done the chase run. When I'm like chatting with you guys, I just do lead runs because they're like, yeah, I don't even have to think about it. But when I'm chasing, I definitely go a bit quiet. Okay, terrible initiation, but anyway. Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. DCGP or DWT car pack, which are better for beginners? Okay, DCGP is ideal for competition beginners. If you want to get into competition, use DCGP. If you're getting into more basic stuff, WDTS is probably good. DWG is quite good too. If you're actually a beginner and you want to get into competition stuff, I would check out, I've done a video on the best beginner comp cars, and in that video I kind of go through a lot of the mindsets of the different type of cars that you can use based off your steering equipment. Can I show my full handbrake? I don't think I can. I don't think there's much to show, honestly. I'll try and show my handbrake setup. Give me a second. What about the Link ECU cards? Honestly, Tommy, I haven't actually used them yet. I haven't actually tried them. Handbrake. This is my handbrake setup. I don't really think I can show much more than that. Hang on, let me take this off the Velcro, 1 second. It's a bit hard to take off. Right, chat, 1 second. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got it off. It's a little bit dusty right now. Where is it? Camera. Alright, so that's my handbrake. See, it goes down. You can kind of see my feet here. And this is my handbrake, as you can see. Kind of bolted weirdly. I don't know if you can tell. Kind of very good at angling it. I don't. But there's like a spring here, so where my finger is right here, that's a spring. Goes down to potentiometer down here at the bottom. So then when I pull it, you can see it pulls on the handbrake. Pulls on the it's basically a foot pedal, like a clutch pedal that I've just modified so that it you know goes to a fucking handbrake switch, handbrake button. Yeah, no, I need to try the Link ECU cars, Johan. I've been meaning to try them out. I just haven't had the chance. Shane with the follow, thank you, Shane. 4729 with the follow. Capybaro as well with the follow. Thank you, guys. Welcome to the channel. Oh, sketchy. We could see you try Link ECU cars in the vid. Yeah, man, I need to give them a try. You're my daddy with the follow, thank you. What's the gear ratio? Actually, I don't know. Good question. I'll check it out in a second. And actually, I think 4th gear is too short for the first corner. Oh, running the wall. Yeah, what's my gear ratio? I think my gear ratio is too short, so I think I might make it a little bit longer. It's a 3.9. Yeah. So we'll make it 3.7, so that 4th gear is a bit longer. Okay. We choose chase run or we'll do lead run? Let's do lead run. Or chase run, should I say. Oh, okay, we're doing a lead run. That's not too bad. Do I need to know how to tune cars to play this game? Nah, not really, Mo. For the most part, the only cars you'll ever have to really tune are competition cars. Like these cars that we're driving right now. And to be honest, even then, for the most part, out of the box, they're actually quite good. So, generally, you don't have to do any car setup stuff. Do you have AC drift videos for beginners? Actually, Pezzy, very soon we will be starting all that stuff. So I will be kind of beginning off with that stuff very soon. Hopefully in the coming weeks we'll kind of get something up. Get something started. It's just the thing with those type of videos, they actually take a lot more effort to put in to making. Like if I make a normal video drifting, let's say trying a car mod or something like that, I can just do that in a couple of hours. It's not that difficult. But when it comes to like making tutorials and stuff, it takes a lot more time. You new to sim drift? Oh my god! Whoops! I'm blind. Sorry, new to sim drifting. What's your steering like? I run 900 degrees. Goat. Drip, nice one, man. Looking forward to seeing you disturb my guy. Probably won't stay on for much longer, to be honest, guys, because I do have some stuff. I do have to finish off a video edit. Oh! Getting sketchy. Did I reduce my boost? Oh, I can't adjust my boost. Why is that the case? I don't know. What's up, crazy? Okay, here we go. We do a lead run. Let's do a chase run on Oliver. Fellow EDC driver. Oh no, just taking him out. Oh my god, taking everyone out. I just took out like 4 people there. Okay, not really, just 2 people. In the wall at the end. Typical. Is the Fanatec C-Cell Elite good for drifting? Oh, it's pretty good, to be honest, Ahmed. Yeah, it's really good, man. That's a great wheel. That's like above the T300 RS. Yeah, I've used them before. A little bit difficult to set up for drifting, may I add. They have a lot of force feedback settings, and it can be a little bit much. But they are kind of popular enough, so getting settings is not super difficult. Oh, we're dead. Oh, we're lucky. So I heard some guys use 360 degrees. How does that even work? Yeah, it does work. To be honest, there's some people that actually use 270-degree steering. And yeah, I've tried it before. It's not like super difficult. It just requires a bit of a switch in the brain to kind of get used to it. Most people use, not most people, but most people still run 900 degrees. Some people do run 720-degree steering. Oh, push him across the line. We've seen a new Fanatec C-Cell in use. Yeah, dude, that new DD wheel, it's going to be interesting to see how it kind of pans out, right? Like, it could be mediocre, it could be amazing. You know, we don't really know. We have to wait and see. Oh, crap, I'm passing people out. Okay. Gotta find the old VDC car pack. Why the old one drip? Oh, hello. Say hello to stream. Oh, sorry, Oliver. Yep. You can chat, listen to music. Fuck. Why is the spinning wheel so much? Jesus. Nothing's gonna stop. What's that? Really? I've never actually looked at the stream on the phone. Like, is everything super small? Do you think it could be bigger? Like, in terms of, like, the pedal cam and the foot cam?
Also that.
What's that? Well, yeah. I don't know, I'm kind of like...
I don't like the
when it...
change to it.
I think when it comes to the stream layout, I kind of like the layout it is right now. Like, some people would have like maybe a quarter of the screen or like half the screen as the game and everything else as their other cameras. But, like, I don't need to see someone's feet pedal cam to be massive, you know, like, I don't really pay a lot of attention to someone's foot cam. So as long as it's got decent lighting, I don't know. You don't have the Corvette. Yeah, Drip. This is the newest version of the car pack, like 1.3 or something. You shouldn't need to get the Corvette. You should already have it. Takes time to learn. Yeah, it's just to perfect it, to be honest, Goat. Just kind of getting used to the steering rotation stuff. Hey Alan, how much playtime AC? I've got is it 2,500 hours? I think that's what I have in AC. Huh?
It's a lot.
That's not a huge pile. There's people in CSGO that are not even pros that have like 5,000 hours.
Yeah,
Not a
like,
lot of time.
Sometimes I'd look at like in Steam, I'd be like scrolling through my games or whatever, and like in the past 2 weeks you've done like 56 hours, and that's my total amount of time on AC.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that depends on the content that I create too.
That's usually when you're.
Oh,
So
yeah, well,
a lot of that is just getting around.
yeah, competition is a lot.
Yeah.
You'd rather at someone's handwork. You think footwork is more important? Yes, yeah, no, I would agree. Footwork is definitely more important. Like, you can do majority of your steering just based off footwork. But yeah, no, I agree. I kind of prefer, when it comes to watching people drive, I kind of rather watch the actual game and their handwork than the pedals. Even though the pedals is nice to watch, I don't really pay much attention. That's why I have my pedal cam quite small, because the lighting is good enough that you can see it. My socks or my feet are a decent contrast to the pedals. So even at a quick glance, you can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing.
But
What's that?
I said Bumpy's butt. Then he left.
Oh, right, okay.
What track is this?
This is Misano. You missed my tutorial part of the section stream, Alana.
Yeah.
In the first 30 minutes, guys, if any of you is wondering, we did a quick overlap, well, not an overlap, it was about 30 minutes long, or 40 minutes long, of the track of how to like kind of do it and what to look out for. So if you catch these streams early on, you do get that information.
I mean,
Otherwise,
you can always go back and watch it.
yeah, you can always go back and watch the VOD on Twitch or YouTube, whatever suits. Oh my god, that tip distracted me. 1 second, I'll catch it in a moment. Newsy, keep up the good work, bud. Would like to tip more, but I'm too poor. Oh man, don't worry about it, dude. I don't expect tips, to be honest. So don't worry about it, but thank you so much for that €3, my guy. Thank you so much. Do appreciate that, but don't worry about tipping, my man. We don't really expect tips, if I'm honest. But all the support is much appreciated. I do appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much.
This is a set of Corsa. That's in Chapter.
Arts and chat for what?
For the tip.
Oh, for the tip. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I need to reorganize my emotes, guys. The emotes that I have are actually terrible, so I need to go off and redo them. So you guys, you subs can freaking spam shit.
No, what do you guys want? What emotes?
Indonesia player. Yes, this is a Serra Corsa. Oh, oops, sorry, Brandon. Oh, I just hit Brandon like 4 times.
When
Like-
you answered it, you said a Seta. Seta.
Did I?
A Seta Corsa.
Sounds quite American. I want to do another chase run. Let's try and get a chase run on someone. Who's this? Buttons or Butters Marsh.
Butter? I like butter.
Oh, Handbrake, lot on inch 3. Well, escape from that.
Random tracks.
Do 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 do. Okay, we'll do a lead run actually.
Here it comes. Get it. Yeah.
Cringe. Coming in, drip. Nice one, you got the car. This is how you room it. This is how we drop. Whoa!
Get yeeted.
Getting yeeted is right. Right, we'll do a few more runs. What are we at? Nearly like 2 hours.
Where is this?
What's this? Oh, it's an S13, the 180. Fuck!
Ouch.
Yep.
What's Brandon?
Brandon's an S15.
I love that.
The millennium Jade. This car is fun. What?
What was that noise?
That's like, yeah, that's good. That's why, yeah, that was good sound. Oh, Drippy's in the
What is that?
FDRX7. You think so? Good sound, is it?
The what a sound.
Nope.
Brief.
Oh shit.
Ooh. Ooh. How much angle does
900. All good, Brandon. Don't worry about it, man.
It's okay, I like your car, you get away with everything. I won't leave him give out to you. You're in
I'm not gonna give other people for shit, man. I mean, like,
man.
get your ass out of here, girl.
Get your elbow out of my stomach.
Dude, I'm trying to correct my drift and stuff. I'm hitting you like that non-stop abuse.
A boost.
Dum, dum. I can't dance for shit.
That just reminds me of in disco.
I can't hear what you're saying.
You in nightclubs.
Oh, she just stepped on the keyboard. What the fuck? No, that's not funny.
What button did you press?
She probably pressed like F2 or F3 or something. What the hell? Caused a massive pileup. Baby, you stupid ass cat. Don't step on it again. Oh, jeez, that's scary.
You should be able to do muscle memory.
No, not when the camera looks straight into the cockpit view of the driver's head and it flips the freaking bumper camera.
Drinking your milk. Baby, no.
What? That was the cat, by the way, guys, stepping on my keyboard. My wireless keyboard that's on the floor here beside me. Kind of had that kind of calling for it, to be honest. Surprised it hasn't happened sooner.
I mean, sometimes when I'm streaming, she just comes over and sits in front of my screen. I'm like, I can't see.
What's up, Asian? How you doing, my man? Dude, that cat. Lamau. Oh, okay. I'm not getting it. Okay, I thought I was doing a chase run there.
The main girls in Wild Child.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, one of the movies I have forced you to watch.
Nope.
No.
Okay, chat. One more final run, and we're gonna leave it for there tonight.
What's that?
No, I need to get off, and I need to finish off that video. Do one final chase run. Oh, flat! in the Fastboy Supra.
Wait, what?
Won't find the transition. Onto the door. Woo! Nice. Alright, chat. We're gonna leave it there for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. Hope you guys learned something from the stream. If you haven't already, check out the first 30 minutes of the VOD. We actually go through the track layout and help you guys out with it. Thank you so much for the follow, Go. Thank you, my man. If you haven't already, check us out. Exclamation Point socials.
Oh my god.
Check out Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Give us a follow. Lots of videos upcoming on the YouTube channel, so give us a follow there. Give us a sub on YouTube. That'd be great. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll talk to you guys Friday for another stream. I'm not sure what I'm going to do Friday yet, but we'll talk to you guys soon. Anyway, cheers. Good night. Enjoy the week, and